another match point.
Incredible third set here.
They changed their strategy a little bit and they fought their way back in.
There it is, game, set, and match.
Hello and welcome to the 2024-25 APTA Tour. We're live from the Larendale Club in Baltimore, Maryland, bringing you the Baltimore Open, with live streaming brought to you by the APTA membership and our tour presenting sponsors Volley and Corient. Tournament support has been provided by the following local sponsors: the Larendale Club, M4 Paddle, MDP Insurance, Ripple Branding, the Seed School of Maryland, Stifel, T. Rowe Price, Will Power PT, and Xenon Paddle. I'm Lauren Mandel, along with Graham Boyce, bringing you this women's quarterfinal match between Beatriz Lopez and Taya Pejic, and Carrie Delmonico and Lauren Gebbia. Hi, Graham.
Hi, Lauren.
Nice to see you today, and
Nice to
on
see
the
you
court,
as well.
on the near side of the court here, we have in the deuce court Beatriz Lopez and her partner Taya Pejic, and on the far side of the court, in the deuce court is in the white sweatshirt is Lauren Gebbia and her partner Carrie Delmonico. And I think we're really in for an interesting match, a contrast between the very, very veteran team of Delmonico and Gebbia, who have been around for a very long time. I mean, Carrie Delmonico won nationals with Isla Maine in 2005. And she's been playing with Lauren Gebbia for years and years now, and they're always firmly ensconced in the top of the game. And the new team of Lopez and Pejic, who they played last year with different people, and they are making a go of it together this year, and they're a young team with lots of upside, and we'll see how they do against the veterans.
Today, our chair umpire for the match is Caroline Pinkin, up high up, and the scoring system for the match will be all main draws, which this is the quarters, are regular scoring, best 2 out of 3 sets.
Yeah, so far, I think Lopez and Pejic got a default, so they didn't play earlier this morning. Delmonico Gebbia won pretty handily. So it's a nice day there. It's right in the temperatures in the 60s. Is that right, Graham?
It's a beautiful day here, nice and not too sunny on this court yet. It'll come into play later in the tournament, but it's about 58, and it's going to probably be about 65 at the high. Always makes for interesting paddle, I think.
Yes, and yes, I mean these women can all. It'll be interesting to see if the warmth affects. I mean, Lauren Gebbia really likes to crack her drives, and Lopez and Pejic also really hit the ball very hard. Delmonico's more of a touch player, a field player. She'll if these young players have holes in their game, Delmonico will find it. She's a very wily veteran, and she uses all of her knowledge of the game and her abilities to really pick it where your weaknesses are.
Do you think in warm temperature, I always think the wily veterans have a bit of an advantage.
Yes.
How would you feel about that?
Yes. I mean, it'll be a matter of how well she can control her volleys off the drive. She's an excellent volleyer, Delmonico, off these big drives. But I think that she's gonna look to take the pace off and to hit soft overheads into the screens and see what her younger opponents, how they handle it. I'm really, really excited for this match. I think it could be super duper super interesting. So we'll see as they finish up taking their serves. Yeah, I mean, look, they're already in short sleeves. Delmonico's already in a t-shirt, so it's got to be pretty warm.
I think when it's warm out, I think that fast, hard game is a very high risk, high reward, and it can pretty quickly get out of control.
Right.
And the wily veteran can wait and kind of let them play out, or can really get pressed and has to change their game pretty quickly in order to stay in the match.
I mean, the other thing about the warm weather is, I mean, look, Delmonico is a lot older than anybody on this court, and the warm weather will enable her to let drives go through and get them, whereas on a colder day, it would be hard for her to do that. So I think that's to her advantage as well. She'll be able to track down more balls.
To add on to that, I play here a fair amount, and the Larendale screens are a little bit tighter than I think normal courts that I play on. So that'll be to her advantage as well. They should be coming off pretty good.
All right, I think we're getting ready for the umpire to announce the players.
And you can hear it kind of, at least I can hear it, a little bit of the wind.
Yeah. Yep.
So that could be affecting on some of these volleys. I mean, excuse me, some of these lobs.
Lopez from New Jersey and Pejic from Stamford, Connecticut. To my left is Delmonico from Summit, New Jersey, and Gebbia from Nanuet, New York. Good luck, ladies. Thank you.
All right, here we go.
Pejic will be serving first.
Okay, Pejic to serve. I played actually a practice match with her the other day. I'd never played with her before. I was surprised at how big her serve was. So it'll be interesting to see if she uses that serve today, because they'll let it go into the screen and it's gonna hang up in there. So let's see. Let's see how her serve goes.
If it comes off hard enough, it'll be attackable.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good serve, but I don't know on a warm day if they'll be able to use it against her.
I've been watching some of the other matches here in the draw just casually, and a lot of people are staying back on their serve because it's coming out so hard.
I mean, that's the thing in the game now, right?
Yep.
I mean, that return to serve is just a huge advantage. Nope. Last minute leaf blowing.
Just got to get past the first volley, yeah.
Right, and as you pointed out, on a day like today, it can be hard to control that first volley because the balls are flying around.
I think the ball is going to really be flying. And the winds, I mean, just it's all in that, all the conditions are in that. Oh, look, there's so much wind they can't even keep it up with the blower. All right, now I hear you. Think we go. Oh. Right out of the gate. Tacking drive, hits the net, lands in.
Yep, that works every time.
It does. Oh, there's that serve you were talking about.
Yeah, that's a
really
great serve.
died. That's a great serve.
I was really impressed with her serve. I mean, she didn't. I don't want to give her the announcer's jinx, but she was going after that serve, and she didn't miss hardly any.
Well,
See that time.
There's
Delmonico
a lot of balls
didn't.
going out early, right? The heat, everybody's kind of adjusting.
Yeah, and she's not letting that serve go to the screen like she did the first time where it just died. She blocked it.
What a pickup. Well, as kind of expected in this temperature, it's a fast first game.
They don't look like paddle points this first game.
No, they're just everybody's getting the feel.
You see that good example of Delmonico. She's a great lobber. She moves the lobs around beautifully.
To me, the most underrated shot in battle is the lob down the line.
Yeah, huge, right? It's
I
hugely
mean, if
important.
you can do that consistently, you can set up all kinds of things.
Especially if you can get it deep.
Yep. We got our first paddle point.
Yeah. You see Delmonico's not going to give her anything to hit there if she can help it. Just nice, soft overheads. And Gebbia, on the other hand, likes to hit that overhead hard into the deuce court, looking for the neck.
Well, Delmonico might take a little bit more overheads than today.
Yep.
Everybody feels like they're just kind of settling in. First good point of the match.
Great lob.
Oh, what a shot.
It was like
Tough
a
place to
chip.
stand and hit that, but it worked.
Yeah, like a chip forehand, aggressive,
From the
whatever it
service
was.
line.
Great. Yeah, great shot.
My father always called that dead man's land.
Gebbia's got a great return, and Pejic does not want to contend with it. She's just staying back, which is a great idea, right? I mean, just get into the point.
I think particularly today in the heat, you just got to get into the point. Ooh. That was a good eye.
Very good first service game from Pejic and Lopez.
Solid hold. Carey kept on creeping up that side screen on her serve, which I think was pretty effective. It'll be interesting to see if she keeps on creeping up.
She loves to creep. She will.
Because Pejic is going, she can't go any wider.
Delmonico has a very good, hard to attack serve. Very reliable.
They really just kind of fed it to the forehand and see what happens. Good attack. We're back to the kind of quick paddle points again.
A few quick errors. Everyone's settling in. Ooh.
I was just about to say, Pejic and Lopez were being a good aggressive, but that was a little too aggressive.
That's the shot that Lauren Gebbia loves, that forehand. overhit it a little there. Still game point.
That's a good rip.
Yeah, I was just about to say they're playing eye to try to take away the target, but she hit a big return right at her.
A lot of drives are flying. Everybody seems to kind of just be a little off, mishitting just a little bit.
Well, Pejic and Lopez didn't have a first match, so this is their first match, and it's always got to get rid of those nerves a little bit. First match of the day, and it's hard when the first match is the quarters. You see the different overhead styles between Delmonico, Gebbia. Delmonico hits much harder overheads. Got herself into trouble with that one. I mean, not Delmonico. Gebbia hits much harder overhead. Sorry.
Working over waterfalls.
Yeah, they really are.
They're doing everything they can not to give them a good look.
And Pejic and Lopez there's a better lob, but they got to get their lobs a little higher so they can get themselves out of this defensive. Oh, no, she missed it.
I think she missed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a tough turn of events for Delmonico.
Yeah, and an uncharacteristic volley error from her. B. Lopez to serve. Oof.
I mean, look at the contrasting styles and overheads between these two teams.
Yeah. Just missed it.
Surgical placing of Delmonico and Gebbia versus the kind of big rolling top spins.
Delmonico Gebbia did a good job of moving Lopez and Pejic around on that point.
And getting the lobs a little deeper. I think they really need to get those deep lobs. If they keep on hitting short ones, I think it's going to be a quick match.
Few errors off the forehand from Gebbia, but she'll find her range. Oh.
Oh, no. What a great get, both sides.
Yeah, I mean, Gebbia
error.
hit that great casual volley, and,
Yeah.
and I think she was surprised that it came back again.
That is a good, quick hold. They've got to feel, Lopez and Pejic have got to feel like they're in the driver's seat with as fast as it's going and up 3-love.
Yeah, I mean, they look like they're feeling it. I mean, they're both serving great. And, Delmonico, Gebbia have to make these points longer. They have to make it more of a paddle match, and because that's where they have the advantage, the experience. They have to try to find the holes, and Lopez and Pejic's game and exploit them, but they're just making a few too many errors at this point. So we'll see if they can smooth things out.
Yeah, those are tough shots to be taken at this stage, I think.
Yeah, she's pressing a little, don't you think, Graham?
Yeah, I do. And, you know, as we both know, right, it can get away from you very quickly if you press too much.
Yep.
Blowing off the first court, so that's the sound you hear in the background. I do think, you know, based on what you're saying earlier on, it's a little ironic because I think Lopez and Pejic look the most patient out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, Delmonico and Gebbia are definitely pressing.
And Lopez and Pejic are waiting for their right shots because Delmonico and Gebbia are hitting they're getting good overheads. They're not giving a lot of opportunities, but they're waiting for the right one. And boy, when they hit it, can they hit it?
Yep.
That was a good shot from Gebbia.
A little confusion there on who was going to take that, I think.
Another costly error.
No?
They're really pressing Delmonico with some good probing forehands, some hard ones, some high ones. They're moving around on her.
Yeah, I mean, she's making the first volley, and then they're getting her on subsequent volleys as she gets out of position, and they get a better shot. All right, back to Pejic serving where we started.
It was close. Chair umpire overruled and it was out. Lopez and Pejic just looking complete control of this match.
I don't think you can be any more in control than 4-love, 40-love.
It's true. And now 5-love.
I mean, look, look. First of all, stranger things have happened than people coming back from 5-love down in a set. But assuming that that's not what's going to happen here, I think Delmonico and Gebbia have to just, you know, in the next game or two, just try to commit to making the points longer and making Pejic and Lopez work harder. They're just having their way with everything.
That's exactly right. Got to get a ball up in the air. Just got to get settled into points. There's always a big difference to me between losing 6-0 in the first and losing 6-1. So it'd be nice for them to get a game, get a little confidence.
They just can't string anything together.
No, but I think, Lopez and Pejic are really putting a good pressure on him. It's not too
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a real nice kind of vice that just keeps on cinching down on him.
And they're not making any errors.
No.
And they're not. They really look solid.
Playing very smart, not overhitting the ball, not taking dumb opportunities. Well, there was Delmonico trying to get into the match and played a little longer, but he can't get the lob out.
Great
That's
shot.
that aggression. Hitting
All right.
the forehand.
That was quite a quick first set, and we'll be back in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel presented by Joe Hope.
Get ready to take your training to the next level with Serve and Volley, the world's first responsive play drill. Volley's new AI-powered feature mimics real game conditions, tracking your court position and returning every serve just like the real thing. It's the ultimate way to sharpen your platform tennis skills with targeted practice. Try Serve and Volley today with the Volley Racket app and experience the future of training. Get Volley today at getvolley.com.
Welcome back to the APTA Tour. We're here at the Baltimore Open in Baltimore, Maryland, with this quarterfinal round match between Beatriz Lopez and Pejic and Carrie Delmonico and Lauren Gebbia. And the first set was quite a beating from the newer team of Lopez and Pejic. But, as we all know, sometimes it's hard to keep it up after you win a first set 6-love. And Delmonico and Gebbia are going to do everything they can to get themselves in this match and turn it around.
Well, I was frankly a little surprised at how quickly Delmonico and Gebbia got back on the court. I thought they might take a little bit more time just to kind of slow everybody down, make Pejic and Lopez think a little bit more about the second set, but they got right back on the court. We should have a let. We've got a water bottle rolling around on the court.
Why is no one calling him?
I don't know. I just see it floating back and forth. I'm
So
not sure why.
bizarre. Yeah, okay, there. She's finally calling it. They literally went right across Carrie Delmonico's.
Any player can call that at any time, right? Or does it have to be the chair umpire?
No, I think anyone can call that.
That's what I thought.
It seemed pretty obvious.
We did say that, Delmonico and Gebbia did have some thinking because they just switched sides.
Yeah.
So they definitely did some talking in between sets and changed their strategy up to see if they could get something going.
They've played with that over the years, over who plays which side.
Do they ever switch in the middle of points?
They do. They do.
Well, they need to get – there's nothing to lose. They had to get something started.
Right.
So it's a good idea. Give it a shot.
And there it is.
There it is.
First
Well,
game.
Good strategic move.
I'd love to see a stat on how often that happens. Against I'm not talking about a match, where the teams are very mismatched and the score is 11-1, love and lover 1, that kind of thing. This is not that kind of a match. But when one team wins the first set 6-love, how often the other team comes back and wins the first game of the second set? I think it happens a lot.
I do. To your point earlier, it's so, it's tough to lose 6-0, but it's really hard to win 6-0 too.
Yeah.
You get a little overconfident.
And then you lose a game and and you start to think about it. Oh, everything was going so easily. What's happening now?
And when you weren't making any mistakes, and now you make a few here and
Yep.
there, you can't understand why. And that is a good forehand. Gebbia didn't even see it coming.
It's hard to see on the live stream, but Pejic and Lopez are really hitting the ball hard. I mean, Carrie Delmonico is an excellent volleyer, and she's just not picking these drives up.
Just another unforced error. Delmonico seems a little frustrated with herself.
Yeah, I'll say. That one she just let go through. No good. Wow.
Well, that was a big game for Lopez and Pejic.
I agree. And the fact that they won it in approximately 12 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Just feels like, now they feel like they're back on track.
Yeah, yep.
That one, the game they lost, that's a little bit of a blip. Okay, we're right back where we need to be. Keep going.
Right, they don't have to think about it. Right.
A lot of unforced errors. I think you can hear it a little bit on the audio, but it's pretty windy. And I think that's affecting some of the lobs.
There they go, switching in the middle of the point. Delmonico just walks over there.
As much as they did in that first game of really kind of getting into paddle points, they're back to where they were in the first set. Just pushing too hard, taking shots they probably shouldn't take. Oh, what a get.
Good scramble there.
Wow. She knew the whole time she was getting that thing.
They're quick, Lopez and Pejic.
Costly overhead mistake for Delmonico. Frankly, looked a little casual out there.
Yeah, and Delmonico, and Gebbia wasn't ready for that volley. They're really doing a lot of damage with their drives, and you're right. Delmonico and Gebbia have to be really careful about where they put their overheads because they're having a lot of trouble with the volleys. And that's why they put Gebbia on the ad side, because they want her drive, but she's just not feeling that drive today. They're just putting too much pressure on her.
She's not. She's missing it low into the net. She's missing it long. She's missing it kind of all over the place. Well, Lopez and Pejic have to feel pretty good. Keep doing what we're doing. And I think Delmonico and Gebbia are looking at each other and saying, what do we got to do here?
Well, they have to be saying to each other, we have to stop making so many errors. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. And let's see
Very
if we
true.
can get into these points. And you know, I still think they have to make the points longer. Just keep working these kind of overheads. No pace, nothing to hit.
And just be ready to play forever.
I mean, they're not going to out-hit their opponents, so...
Well, they place their overhead so well. I mean,
Yep.
they really can avoid any of their weapons, Pejic and Lopez's weapons with their overheads. They're really good at it. But at some point up to there, they have been pressing and then giving them something. And if they can just continue to play this way and make Lopez and Pejic make mistakes.
That one sat up there in the screen. You
Yep.
could see it coming, and Pejic did a great job immediately pouncing on it.
I think they feel Lopez and Pejic are very confident waiting around for the right shot. They've got a great pace in their game. They're not overplaying. They're not playing too fast. They're just patiently waiting because they think they know they're going to get the right shot.
And they're really showing me something for, you know, the two of them are together a new team, and they're both, you know, certainly much more new to the game of paddle than their opponents, but their patience and their ability to find the right shot is very impressive.
It really is. I agree.
Just missed one, but it's been a rarity.
Won a few. And they didn't miss by much. Another missed volley off of a not very good overhead.
As soon as they get Carrie Delmonico reaching on those volleys, she's in trouble. The ball, there's just too much pace on the ball.
Well, to your point, too, I don't think she really knew it was coming. I didn't think she thought that overhead was going where it was going. And she wasn't necessarily ready for the big forehand. Caught a little off guard. They've got Gebbia hitting a lot more overheads now. Again, they're wily veterans trying to mix it up. Well, they go back.
Do they switch?
So.
Lopez and Page. They lead the second set 3-1. They won the first set 6-love.
Well, this is about the last chance I think Delmonico and Gebbia have to turn this around. They need a break here.
Yeah, they gotta hope that, you know, Lopez and Pejic, you know, lose a little bit of the. Well, it's not gonna happen if they miss returns, but
No.
they're just being so solid right now that they're not giving their opponents anything. And that's what I was gonna say. You know, they need them to miss a few serves or something to let them back in the match, and that's about.
Yeah, maybe they'll start thinking about this next round or whatever it might be. That
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gets them a little off the game.
Because they're being Delmonico and Gebbia are otherwise being thoroughly outplayed. There's another switch in the back.
Trying everything they can.
Yeah.
Well, they are quick.
Good job with the nick there. All right.
That was our first nick of the match, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you know, Delmonico goes for that nick all the time, and as does Gebbia, and I have actually been surprised that they haven't had any up till now.
Well, frankly, they haven't probably been in points long enough
Yeah.
to have a shot at it.
Small opening for Delmonico Gebbia at 15:30 here.
Good serve by Lopez, though. You can really see Lopez and Pejic are really closing the net on their volleys well. And I think that's where Delmonico and Gebbia are struggling. They're not closing.
They played a great point there, though. Delmonico Gebbia, they moved them around, and Delmonico hit those down the line shots and pulled them apart so they were out of position, and then Gebbia was able to hit the drive. That's what they got to do.
That's the wily veteran play, right?
Yeah, they got them out of they worked the point, they got them out of position, and then they hit the drive instead of just playing such quick points. Now they have 2 break points to get right back in the set. Delmonico Gebbia.
They're lobbing much better, moving them around,
Yeah.
playing their game. Ooh, I flagged that one. Yeah, gotta be careful on those short lobs. They can really put those away. They've got those big swinging side overheads that can bounce all over the place, hit the nick. Can't give them the short ones.
That shot has become such a big part of the game. That roller,
Been
soft
trying to learn
roller
it for
and the hard
years.
roller. Good pick up there from Lopez. There it is.
There it is.
And you saw there, once you take a step back for that hard roller right at you, you're done, because it's then very, very hard to catch up to it. You got to immediately, when you see it, start running forward, which is easier said than done.
Oh, I mean, that one almost came all the way back to the net. What, it was probably 2-3 feet short. I mean, it was a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a good step forward by Gebbia.
I think Peck was running back to take it off the screen. She just couldn't get out of the way.
Yeah, and I think Gebbia was aiming for her.
Yeah, I mean, that was the right shot.
It was. Ends the point quickly.
Oof.
What a great backhand.
Yeah, I mean, Gebbia is no slouch in the driving department herself.
Well, maybe she just needs to get going.
Yeah. And she needs to wait for the right shot. She
Yeah.
was just driving off the wrong balls. Now she's doing a much better job.
Wow, and then hit that overhead.
Yeah.
Had her back and pinned in the corner, and then tried
Yeah.
to waterfall her a little cutesy, and
How happy was Pejic to get out of that mess she was in back there.
so true.
Yeah, Pejic and the one problem I see with Pejic and Lopez is there's a lot of confusion on that middle ball, and they have to really work that out because they're getting themselves out of position when they both go for it.
But Delmonico and Gebbia have not made them pay for it.
No, not up until now. A couple times this game.
They haven't been able to get their lobs deep enough up until this point.
Much better job there.
Yeah. Delmonico wasn't going to fall for that twice. Such a good forehand.
As someone who loves drilling, it sometimes can be difficult to find someone who wants to drill at 5 p.m. after a long workday. And it's just the functionality of that machine, figuring the exact level I want to work on. I lob a lot in paddle matches. Just having the opportunity
That's a good shot. Oh,
Yeah, to your point, Lopez and Pejic aren't missing much. I mean, they're volleying really well, and there just doesn't look like there's a lot of opportunities for Delmonico and Gebbia. And then when they think they have one, they're taking it and oftentimes missing it.
yeah, that was a tough mistake. But you know, Pejic and like you said, Pejic and Lopez made them play the extra ball there. Good lobs, good down the line. Ooh.
Great service game if Lopez can hold. Are we on our third advantage?
Oh. One of the few bad errors we've seen from Pejic and Lopez.
All match.
That would have, yeah. I mean, there have been very few and far between.
She wanted it too badly.
She wanted to be done with the service game.
Yeah. There's that middle ball. Little confusion. Everybody's going back. Very composed by Lopez and Pejic.
Yeah, they could have panicked there, but they stayed calm.
Really did.
It helps to be fast. Right? You can be calm when you can just move back and get the drive.
Well, it's a good recovery after an overrun.
But the lobs are getting shorter and shorter. There's a good one.
And then, what a great job of taking the net back. Just methodical. Well, maybe that turns Gebbia's drive around. A little luck never hurt anybody.
Yeah, but that was a good take.
Yes. It was a good take, but again, she's close. Not definitive win.
Excellent pickup. Oh, jeez.
Go Lopez. She is fighting for this service hold.
Yeah.
I mean, she is fighting hard.
Good pickup off a good return there to stay in that point. Back to deuce.
The switch back. There's a good volley. Delmonico stepped in on that one. Saw it coming this time.
See, she's trying to hit those overheads just deep and soft so the drives can't do any damage.
Make them add the pace. That was a little short. Make them add the pace.
Much better point from the net there from Delmonico and Gebbia. They made Pejic take a shot that really wasn't there, and they have another game point.
There's that speed. Oh, can't seem to get her. Lopez and Pejic are still playing a very patient game. Doing a nice
You gotta
job of
get-
waiting for the right shot.
Delmonico away from the net. She's hitting overheads way too close to the net. She's just
Volleys.
controlling the
Oh,
point.
there you
Yep.
go.
And eventually that's going to happen.
Yep.
Exactly. Good for Delmonico Gebbia for fighting through that game. And look, now they're right back in it.
Yeah, I think, Delmonico's volleys in that game were so much better. She was stepping in, and that allowed her to get to the opportunity to play long enough to be able to get a nick.
And I think that Delmonico Gebbia are probably getting used to the pace of the drives coming off of their opponent's rackets, where they looked a little bit late in the first set.
Corient is the official wealth sponsor of the APTA's 2024-2025 season. Corient is a fee-only wealth manager who puts their clients at the center of everything they do. Learn more at corient.com.
Okay, well, let's see if Delmonico and Gebbia can build on the momentum here. That was a long game, and Lopez and Pejic had a bunch of chances to go up 4-1, and it's a very different story now.
Well, I think Gebbia, she has to place her serve very well, and they've got to get into these points if they're going to keep this momentum going. If they let Lopez and Pejic get right back in this with big forehands and winners and their patience, then I think it's just going to go right back to where it was.
I mean, look, Graham, in that last game, Delmonico and Gebbia, they didn't give away any quick points.
No.
And I think that's really key. They got to make all these points a long battle. They're finding Delmonico on that return every time.
Well, it's a huge rip. Well,
Oh, that was
Delmonico
smart.
stepped off the court and
yeah,
gave her the
yeah.
target that time. Back with Delmonico on the backhand. Oh, she looked like she was trying to do a look away.
Oops.
Oh, no.
That's just what we're saying, right? Like
The
quick
volley misses her
error.
back.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just they're just losing their focus? I mean,
I'm not sure. I think some of it is just the pace and of the drives, and
As you said, I don't think you really understand how hard it's coming.
Yeah, you can't
On the-
tell.
No, and they hit it hard. Oh, what a pickup by Gebbia.
Good cutter there.
Oh, well, it was just good patience. You always felt that Delmonico and Gebbia were kind of on their heels while Lopez and Pejic were just systematically kind of pushing forward, surgically putting shots where they wanted to put them. Well, that was a great break back for Lopez and Pejic.
Pejic serving now, 4-2. She closed tight on that Delmonico.
Yeah.
We have 2 live streaming clips, which is phenomenal for those viewers back up. But selfishly this morning, I was like, sites. Every corner I was watching was amazing. So, fans back up, be sure to use that.
15 club.
Not sure what happened, but Lopez and Pejic, I don't know if they talked about it, but they seem to be handling that middle ball or clean.
I hope they talked about it because they almost hit each other
Yeah.
a few times. So that was the first serve Pejic missed.
It's a good cutter. Right on the seam. Oh, that's that pressing again.
And that's not Delmonico's shot. I mean, look, she does a great job hitting setup drives and keeping the ball low and moving it around, but she's not going to win a whole lot of points by hitting a big backhand drive off a deep ball.
Volley strikes again. They just don't seem like they're ready for him. I'm not sure why.
She cut it, but not quite enough.
Yeah. She was about 3 feet below the net. Lopez and Pejic look like the wily veterans out there working the back, working them in the
They
backcourt.
do.
They really look good. They look like they're just moving around, very comfortable, not really scared of a whole lot of stuff. Moving them, making them, hitting at them, getting them out of the way. They look really solid.
Yeah, I mean, if they just work on a few things on their positioning at the net, they are getting caught a little bit in a shift. Delmonico and Gebbia just haven't been able to take advantage of it. But other than that, you're like you said, they look like a veteran team. There are very few holes in their game.
Well, and I think their positioning has gotten better and better throughout this match. So they won by default, right, in the first. So this is really kind of their real first match, and they're working hard. They're finding their way, and they're getting better each game. Oh, what a forehand. Way to set that one up. Close it with a big topspin forehand. Delmonico's got to get that. Got to get that lob, that overhead deeper.
Well, it's running out of time. It's triple match point.
Looks like Pejic wanted to end the match quickly. Good poise on match point. You know, sometimes it's easy to accelerate that because you want to win it so badly. They've got nice patience. Oh, there's the nick. Great get, Gebbia.
There it is.
There it is.
Game, set, and match. Lopez and Pejic. That was a really great display, Graham, don't you think?
I really do, and you know this draw so well. How do you think that bodes for them in the future here today?
Well, they're going to be tested. They're certainly going to be tested very much in their next match. They're going to play. I believe they're going to play the winner of the Burris-Elliott match. They're the two-time national champions, so that will be a big test. And it'll be great to see where they are. And
it was a great get by Gebbia.
And that's a wrap from this women's quarterfinal match. And we'll be back at 11:30 with a men's quarterfinal match, followed by the women's semifinals and the men's semifinals and the women's final. A whole day of action here for you. So we'll be back again soon. And thank you, Graham.
Thank you, Lauren. That was great.
What does a good investment opportunity look like? At T. Rowe Price, we let curiosity light the way, asking smart questions about opportunities like clean water and what promising new treatment advances can make a new tomorrow possible. Better questions, better outcomes.
At Corient, wealth management begins and ends with you. We believe the more personal the solution, the more powerful the result. We treat your goals as our own. We never lose focus on the life you want to build. And our experienced advisors design custom-built strategies to help you get there. It's time for a wealth management experience as sophisticated as you are. It's time for Corient.
Hey guys, I'm Dan Hansen. I teach paddle at the Sonjin Como, and I'm an engineer as well. Today I'm going to give a tip about the cut overhead. So a lot of people ask me about how to hit the cutter. So the first thing I'll talk about is the grip. So from continental, I like to move it over just a little bit, almost like an extreme continental grip. And then for the overhead, I let the ball drop, and I'm coming underneath the ball to get more spin on it. I'm Dan Hansen. I hope you enjoyed that tip of the week. See you on the court.
Want to see how volley can transform training at your club? We've got a great offer for you. Gather 30 of your club friends and you'll get a free 30-day trial of volley. Experience firsthand how Volley's trainer can help everyone improve, increase reps, and track their progress, all while training smarter. Don't miss out. Visit getvolley.com and unlock your club's full potential with a 30-day free trial.
Hi, this is Tyler Owens, Director of Rackets here at the Bayhead Yacht Club. I have a quick tip for you on the serve and first volley. That first volley is the #1 shot that's missed in paddle. What I notice a lot is people running through that first volley. They hit this serve and all they're trying to do is rush all the way in. If I hit that serve and I'm trying to get all the way up, power's coming at me running in, and it's hard for me to control that ball. So what I want to do is, instead of making it all the way up there, I want to stop when my opponent is about to strike the ball to set up for that volley. So roughly halfway. Right around the service line is my sweet spot. Then I'm setting that paddle ready for that first volley to send it right back to the opponent. If you're a person that feels like you need more time to get in, the tip that I have for you is to slow that serve down a little bit. So if I hit it a little bit slower, then I'm going to be able to make it a little bit further. I'm Tyler Owens. I hope you enjoyed this tip. I'll see you on the court soon.